I've just, about a week ago before I came here, I'd have to send a sort of kind of like little press release trailer as to what I was going to talk about, and I've just been shown the list, and of course everything I've talked about has got nothing to do with what was on the list. So I'm going to just fill in one or two little gaps. I'm not going to keep you a great deal longer, but I know that previously you have a sort of somebody doing a sort of like very important academic clever talk, then you ask brilliant questions. I mean, the only question I'm going to get from you people is, you know, why don't you grow up? It's the one I usually get. But funnily enough, little kids quite often spontaneously throw questions at you which you don't really need. But one of my favourite questions that little kids ask is, what's your favourite number? Now, I'm not really into body art. I do have 1 to 2. That's the Queen of Clubs and the 4 of Hearts. That's my wife and my 4 little daughters. But I'm very, very close to having, this is obscure and scary, this number tattooed somewhere, I don't know where, probably in some sort of dice form. That is my favourite number because it does something really, really strange. I'm not quite sure why it does it. I'm not even sure if anybody's proved why it does it, but this one particular number has a very, very strange quality. Basically, that is going to be the answer. And now what I need to do is if I can just wander amongst you and make you all think, I'm going to wander around, and can you all think of a number in your head between 1 and 9? Okay, can I ask you, please, what number are you thinking of?
3.
3's a nice start. I'll ask you, Sarah, what number?
4.
3, 4. There's a pattern here. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Lady there with a nice shimmery scarf. 3, 4, 7. Pardon? 3, 4, 7, and 9. Bizarrely, that's quite helpful because they go up. I'm going to write your numbers there. 3, 4, 7, 9. If I just use those digits, that's the smallest number I can make out of those. And if I reverse it, 9, 7, 4, 3, that's the biggest number I can make. So what I've done is I've arranged the biggest number and the smallest number, and then I subtract. Now, sometimes this happens quite quickly. Sometimes we've got time for another drink, okay? So it's a little bit of a voyage into the unknown doing this trick. Here we go. So we subtract, yippee. 4, 6, that has to be a 2, and that has to be a 6. 6, 2, 6, 4. We do the same operation now. We put them in order to make the biggest number, 6, 6, 4, 2, and then the smallest number, 6, 6, 4, 2. Once again, we subtract. 6 from 2 I do know is 6. That becomes a 7 from 4 becomes a 7. That becomes a 1 from that is a 1. And that's a 4. We have 4, 1, 7, 6 in the dying pen. Okay, if I put those into order, 7, 6, 4, 1, 7, 6, 4, 1. If I subtract 6, 1, 7, 4. There you go. You clap that. Come on, kids, it's clever stuff. Sometimes that can take 6 subtractions, and if you get one wrong, which is very easy to do, it goes round, it takes 6 more and 6 more. But I don't know why that happens, but that number is my favourite number because of this really weird, bizarre and unexplained thing that it does. So I love 6 more. Thank you for keeping with me for that, my own little indulgence to weird number. Other questions that I get, and it's amazing how much weird stuff actually comes from questions, is, I'll do Flexagons and I'll do the last question. This is something that was on my list that I showed Sarah there, and it's Flexagons. I demonstrate this to kids in primary school. I've demonstrated them at the Isaac Newton Mathematical Facility at Cambridge University, and it's one of these things that if you haven't seen it, you'll love it. Hexagon shaped, piece of folded cardboard. You can see there is a green diamond and a green triangle. And if I do that, the triangle has disappeared. All I did was turn the cardboard over, but actually you don't need to turn the cardboard over. You can do this. Isn't that pretty? And it goes backwards. Works both ways. There's the diamond. And if I do that, there's a diamond in the triangle. Now it can go wrong. If it goes wrong, I don't want anyone to panic, okay? There we go. And then it disappears again, and it's all gone. Okay. This nice little thing, it's called a tri-flexagon. It's got 3 faces. That's a face, that's a face. And the way it's folded, here comes the third one that's usually hidden inside. There he goes. Goes to the back. And it's a beautiful little thing. It was invented by a guy called Arthur Stone. He was a Cambridge graduate from Cambridge, England, who went to work in Cambridge, Massachusetts during the war. And he was messing around with little bits of paper, fiddling around, and he accidentally made one of these things. This one's slightly different. The only difference in this one being is that it comes apart. It comes apart. There we go. He accidentally made one of these things, and that's how it starts life, and then you fold it up and fold it up and fold it up. And there's all different versions, very complicated versions. I've got one down there, which is it's a little magic trick, actually. Who'd like to see a little magic trick? Yes, I thought so. It's a little magic trick that, like any good magic trick, does involve a volunteer from the audience. Has anybody got a €10 note? Well, come and help me out. Can anybody raise a €10 note? And I'd love to see you. One of you. A lady down there, so I go, gentleman there, having a go. It's so kind of you, because you're all sitting there going, please no. My friend over here, thank you very much, my mate. Thank you for coming. Can you come and stay with me up here for a second? Let's put this back. Let's make a bit of space for ourselves. Thanks very much. Okay. It's passing it over like you wouldn't believe. Normally I'm going to sort of like grab it out of people. This is a different sort of flexagon, okay? My books are populated with strange characters. One character is Professor Fiendish, who lives inside the flexagon. Can he borrow your €10 note, you very kind, generous young man? There we go. I spoke to you earlier. Where's your accent from? Scotland. I thought it was Scotland. You know, I knew I'd travelled abroad. I hadn't quite realised I'd got to the wrong place. Yeah. He's got your €10 note. You can see it glinting in there. Fantastic. Now, this guy's a bit of a rogue. He's got your €10 note. All he needs, he's gone off for a big day out in Waterford. So thank you so much for coming out. No. He's a big lad. He's from Scotland. I'm not going to mess with the guy. You get the money back. Don't panic, okay? So bring it back. Bring it back. He's going to return your €10 note. So I forgot that. Would you like to pull that out, please, and open up your €10 note to show that you got the money back? Open it up. Show the audience, because otherwise they think I'm cheating. There we are. Yeah. Should I let him sit down now? I need protection if you do. Okay. That goes back there. Let me put that back in there, and it'll be there for the next gig. There we are. There you go. Now, with a bit of luck, I get a bit confused with this one. You'll see here, if I keep going, hang on. It's one of these. All right, you see that little star there? That's the starter. There's your money. Thank goodness for that. I had a frightening moment there. Thank you very much. Thank you, my mate. There you go. This flexagon is actually 6-sided, and it's clearer if I show you this prop one, which I do jokes with in schools. If you look carefully here, we have got the blank side, we've got the arrows. So I shouldn't say side, it's a face. A flat thing's a face. My 6-year-old daughter taught me that. There you go. We've got the arrows, and then we have the orange side. That's face number 4. There we are, the blank one. There we go. Oops, gone again. Another orange side, but with spots this time. Face number 5. And I always like to save the nicest face until the end, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Flexagons, I love them. Right, now I was talking about something else before I started talking about that. I lost the plot again. Bang, biddy, bang, 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 bang. Questions from kids. Questions from kids. Actually, this question wasn't from a kid. It was when I was in little junior class, and we had a most extraordinary teacher called Miss Garrett, who appreciated that very little kids had very, very strange brains. And I mean, you look at the artwork around the classroom. Has anybody been to their reception class? Has anybody actually been back into their little baby class? Anybody here? Have you looked at the artwork on the walls? That's what your mind was like when you were 4. Have you ever seen that stuff? It's brilliant. I mean, kids at that age. Let's just test you out. What's this? You haven't got any better. Since when was the sun black with great big spikes sticking out of it? That's how little kids draw it. And in fact, for a little kid, that's not finished. Now it's finished, isn't it? Then next to the sun you have this. Flower, not finished. Now it's finished, you see. There you go. That's why little kids don't sunbathe. Sun's looking at me. And they're all over. And all the daisies go, hello. Little kids' brains. Miss Garrett asked us There's a mind-expanding question. You may know the answer, but the thing is I can prove it, which is nice. What is the longest line you can draw on the head of a pin? Let's have a head of a pin. I shall enlarge it so that you can see it. And let's imagine, just for the sake of argument, that is, what shall we say, 2 millimetres across. That's not an unfair assessment. Okay. Nice little red pen that I nicked from a college today. That's fine. Great. Right, 2 millimetres. Imagine you've got a teeny weeny little pen and you can do zigzags across it. I'm not taking a great amount of care. How long is that line? If I stretched it out, I don't know, it might be 10 millimetres or something. But as you can see, I've left a few gaps. I could have put a few more zigzags in. Anybody like to hesitate to guess, or if you know the answer, let me know the answer. What is the longest line you can draw on the head of a pin? Anybody actually know the answer to this? Well, the secret is, the answer is infinity. You can draw a line as long as you like on the head of a pin. The reason is, I've just drawn that line with a fairly chunky felt pen. Supposing I used a biro, obviously it's a lot thinner line. I could get a hell of a lot more zigzags on it. And if I got a laser beam, chopped the biro in half, I could get even more zigzags. Same goes for the head of a pin. There is no limit to how thin the line can be. Therefore, there is no limit to how long it can be. You can draw a line on the head of a pin that goes off to infinity, and you still have all the space left. That's the argument. The clever bit is proving it, and I'm going to prove it to you. Watch very carefully. This takes some years. No, it's not what I'm going to do. We're going to do something very different. It's quite an old party trick, but it's a nice one. You're the nearest person. Got this lady sitting here thinking, don't pick on me, but I've got a lovely birthday card here. Who's it from? Anybody you like? No, not really. Okay, we've got ladies sitting here. I have a card here. She's sitting there, complete with bar stool. I can cut a hole in this piece of card big enough for the lady to get through. One or two of you nodding, you've seen it before. I've got to use my glasses. Okay, there are two ways of doing this, of course. The first way of doing it is I start like this. While I'm doing this trick, by the way, I'm then going to do a second trick, and the second trick is the last thing I'm going to do tonight, because I do two tricks at once occasionally. I've done one little slot there, and now I just take the scissors. We have to be open-minded about this kind of thing. No, you're all right. So what we do here, while I'm chopping away, the people that invented maths, my mate Tarleys and people like that, they did a lot of work with numbers, and the Babylonians did, and they realised that if you understood how numbers worked, you had a very powerful thing at your command. I mean, it's a strange sort of power. You couldn't eat it, you couldn't bang anybody over the head with it, it was just numbers. But they got a bit carried away with all this stuff, and they started to think that if you understood numbers, you could use them to predict your destiny, to predict, you know, your future and things like that. And so what I would like to do is find out what some of the people here tonight were like the moment that they were born. Now, at the moment, I'm not going to give too much away, but it does require one or two people to be very candid and tell me their exact date of birth, and that's the day, the month, and the year, okay? And while they're doing it, I'll explain what I'm doing. So would anybody be kind enough to be candid? I'm going to pick somebody at the back, because I do know that you're there and you're sitting there. Can I pick the lady just like in the red that I can sort of see in the eye? Would you be kind enough? You don't need to get up. Just tell me, please. Could you tell me your date of birth, the day, the month, and the year, please? 6th of April, 1973. I'm going to convert that into 6473. I then add up the numbers. 6 plus 4 plus 7 plus 3 comes to 20. Yeah? Now, I need to make a number that's between 1 and 9, or 11, or 22. Now, you're 20, so that's not one of them. I keep going. 2 plus 0 is 2. Your destiny number is 2. You'll see what 2 means in a minute. 2's not bad. Don't panic. There's worse than 2. Some people are going to hate this. Let me just try a few more people. Just hello, you're laughing at me. You can tell me your birthday. Go on. Strange old guy in the corner. What's your birthday, please?
22nd of the 5th, 69.
22nd of the 5th, 69. I'll make that 9 plus a 6, so that's 18 plus 6, 24. It's going to come out funny. You wait for this one. Your destiny number, you are a 6. Okay, you come out as 6. I'd like you all now, let me first of all just finish this off because I've got a point to make here. Heads on a pin. I'm doing 2 tricks at once. I'm multitasking. Multitasking, there you are, my darlings. That's it. I've got a hole in the card, big enough to go over the lady and the bar stool, and a boyfriend if there's one available, or somebody else. There we are. The point I'm trying to make is, I've done that in about 2 minutes. If I'd cut it much, much more carefully, I could have made the cardboard thinner. The hole would have been a lot bigger. I have done this once with a birthday card. It took about an hour, and it was big enough to pass around sort of like this end of the bar. Very fiddly. And of course it snapped, so all the kids went, oh, it broke. But, so that's different. But obviously if you have a laser beam and a computer and a postage stamp, you could cut a hole in a postage stamp big enough to pass the planet Earth through. There is no limit to the size of hole you can cut in a card or a stamp. There's no limit to the line you can draw on the head of a pin. We have seen about this lady. You're number 2, weren't you? This gentleman here, that fellow was number 6. Let me now show you the sums on the board. Then I want you all to work out what your destiny number is. Can I pick one more person? I'm going to pick this nice lady smiling away here. Tell me your birthday, darling.
11th of September, 86.
11th of September, 86. I'll write this one up. 1, 1, 9, 8 and 6. We leave out the 19 for 19, which use the 86, okay? Add them up. 8 plus 6 is 14, 23, 24, 25. Oh, God. 25 is great. Right, that comes to 25. I need a number. Let me try and make it plain. I need a number between 1 to 9 or 11 or 22. You come to 25, so I keep going. 2 plus 5 is 7. So your birthday number is 7. I'll be obliged, please, if all of you can now work out your birthday number. If you have a trouble doing it, just put your hand up and I'll come to you and I'll do it for you, okay? But can you all please work out your destiny number? You need to have a number between 1 and 9 or 11 or 22, okay? We know 3 people there. We've got a 6, we've got a 2, and the lady there's 7. Who's 15th of May? Are you 15th? I'm 15th of May. Are you 15th of May? That's another trick, is the coincidental birthdays. What year were you born?
What year?
Yeah.
Oh, 18, 19,
45?
49.
Oh, we're not far away then. No, it's fun. Yeah, 15th of May. I like my birthday. Good for you, man. I wish I'd done the birthday coinciding trick. That would have been really cool tonight, wouldn't it? It would have been me. Right, let me put that there. Right, now looking while I put this up. Let me just get that there. Ooh. Up you come. You sit there. Lovely. Right, have you all got a number between 1 and 9 or 11 or 22? Okay, this is my little swan song for the night though. We're going to find out what you were like when you were tiny little babies. Incidentally, if you got to number 10, you had the 1 and the 0 and therefore you're a number 1 person, okay? Can we please be brave? If you are number 1, could you please put your hand up and confess, I am a number 1, or Colette, or you're going to love this, all right? You're going to love this, right? This is where I tear this piece of paper off. I hope this is going to work. And then I'm going to do a sort of slow reveal here for this one. You, as number 1, you are bossy, impulsive, and full of yourself, okay? That's number 1. Right. Anybody here come out as number 2? We had a lady who was number 2. Is she still there? Are you on your own? Is he only number 2? Another number 2. Number 2 is a sweetie. You're a lovely baby because, look, affectionate, shy, and a deep thinker. We like number 2 people. Anybody come out as number 3? And there's got to be a few. I thought there'd be a few number 3s here. Couldn't come to Dublin without a few people who were party animals, enthusiastic, and the small print says rather irritating. I don't know if that's there. Right then. Do we have many coming out at number 4, please? If you're number 4, could you raise a hand? There's one. This is good. The lady that organised the evening. Reliable worker, good organiser. Not bad. Could have asked for worse. Here we go. Anybody come out at number 5? Anybody number 5? Cool, a lot of number 5s. Adventurous, restless, and you'll try anything once. I don't know if that suits you, but don't take this seriously. It's only a bit of fun. We had a number 6, gentleman sitting over there. Have we got any other number 6s? Number 6s are you number 6? Well, you're the most appropriate one because domesticated, sensible, with strong opinions. You're a mumsy person. I don't know how to tell you this. Do we have any number 7s? We have one number 7, another number 7. I really feel that number 7s. Could you raise your hands high? Because I'd like you to make yourselves known because we love number 7s. There's one over there. We can see you. Number 7. I know you can't see the board. I'm so sorry. But it is. You are a loner whose mind is away with the fairies. There we are. We love the number 7s. Love the 7s. Do we have any number 8s? Anybody coming in at number 8? Oh, it's the politicians. There they are. Look at them. Money-driven and ruthless. That's number 8. This is getting very low down the board. Now, let me just try and raise it up. It's not fair on the people sitting towards the back. There we go. Have we got any number 9s? Number 9s. Number 9s are rather peculiar because, look, amazing imagination rarely looks smart. You're the hippies. We've got the hippies. Number 9s, I think of the hippies. There we go. Now, occasionally we get a number 11. It's not. Do I have anybody who came in at number 11? It's not very usual. I don't know why, it's just the way it works out. Number 11 is artistic, inspiring, and impractical. You're a guru if you're number 11. Whoop, back up you go. And finally, is anybody coming at 22? Are you? I'm 22 as well. The two of us 22. Are you 22? Big respect. Thing is, when you write a book and you put stuff in it, give yourself a good part. I'm 22. We are determined, practical, and on a mission to improve the world, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. How's that? Right. I think you've heard enough of my voice. I'm very, very happy to answer any questions if you've got. I can either do it publicly or if you'd like to come and chat to me, that's fine as well, okay? Thank you so much for your attention. Can I particularly thank Owen here who's organised Irish Maths Week with his friend Sheila. Can I round of applause for Owen, please, who made it possible? Thank you so much, Owen. Brilliant. Can I thank the ladies here who organise the cafe every week? I'd love to come another week when somebody's sensible and grown-ups performing. Round of applause for the organisers for tonight. Thank you. Thank you all of you. It's been an absolute delight. Take care of yourselves. That's lovely. Thank you. Oh, she's back. Hello, babe. Oh, Ferrero Rochers. Oh. There's somebody. Oh, that's so kind. Give us a kiss and no. That was the best present. That's so kind of you. Thank you very much. I didn't expect that. Oh, that's brilliant. Are you going to make a speech? Oh, she's gone. Right, I put them in my bag. That's me. Right.
Okay, guys, I just have a couple of things to say. So, just give thanks to CPL as well, they're one of our funders. And also to check out mathsweek.ie and also the Apples Cafe Dublin. And also put into Google Murderous Maths. So that they're the 3 websites to check out after this cafe. I don't know when our next cafe is, but if you check the website. What is it?
It'll be, well, November, it contains Science Week, so we're definitely going to
we'll have
join
it
the
downtown cafe.
9th to 16th.
9th, 16th November, so just watch that space, yeah. Okay, thanks very much.